Hey everyone, ready for a glimpse into the future? Today we're diving deep into the world of AI in 2025.
Sounds exciting.
It is. We've got this awesome YouTube video by IBM Technology where their expert lays out some seriously intriguing predictions. It really does feel like a sneak peek into the not-so-distant AI future, right?
It does. The video highlights 8 major trends.
Wait, wow. Okay, well, we're going to break down the most mind-blowing ones for you today. So first up, something I'm sure you've at least heard whispers about,
hmm
AI agents.
Ah!
These aren't just your average chatbots.
No, not at all. The video really emphasizes the growing buzz around these intelligent systems,
Okay.
capable of reasoning, planning, taking action, breaking down complex problems, and even interacting with different tools to get things done.
So it's kind of like having a superpowered personal assistant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But hold on, before we get too carried away, it's important to remember that AI agents, they aren't quite perfect yet. They can handle simpler tasks, but they struggle with consistent logical reasoning when things get a bit more complex.
You're saying they're not ready to take over the world just yet.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Darn. Imagine an AI agent trying to plan a trip. It might book the flight and hotel, but forget to factor in travel time between the airport and the hotel, leading to a missed connection.
Oh no, not the dreaded misconnection. So those logic hiccups, those are still being ironed out.
Yes, but the progress is definitely exciting. Now, another fascinating trend highlighted in the video is inference time compute.
Okay.
Essentially, AI is shifting from giving us instant responses to actually taking some time to, well, think before answering.
So instead of blurting out the first thing that comes to mind, AI is going to slow down, ponder the question a bit.
Precisely.
Okay.
These new AI models are designed to extend their inference processing, allowing them to reason more deeply.
I see.
Think of it like a detective carefully examining all the clues before reaching a conclusion.
I like that analogy. It makes this thinking time much easier to grasp. So how does this actually lead to smarter AI?
Well, here's the exciting part. Imagine an AI diagnosing a patient, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just relying on symptoms, it now considers the patient's entire medical history, recent lab results, even emerging research articles before giving a diagnosis. This extended thinking time allows the AI to make more informed decisions, potentially leading to better outcomes.
Wow, that could be a total game changer for personalized medicine. Okay, next up, the video throws down a challenge. Very large versus very small models. Is this like a battle of the AI titans?
It's more like a fascinating spectrum.
Yeah.
The size of an AI model is determined by its parameters, which are essentially the values that are adjusted during the training process. More parameters usually mean a bigger, more capable model. We're talking models with trillions of parameters.
Trillions. That's like, okay, imagine every star in our galaxy and then add a few more galaxies on top of that.
A very colorful comparison.
It's just mind-boggling how massive these models are.
But here's the twist. Alongside these enormous models, we're also seeing the rise of surprisingly powerful small models.
Oh, okay.
These models might have, well, only a few billion parameters.
Only a few billion. That still sounds pretty massive to me.
Yeah.
What can these smaller models do?
Well, compared to the trillion parameter giants, they are indeed smaller.
Okay, yeah.
But the amazing thing is, they don't require those massive computing resources. They can potentially even run on your phone.
Wow.
And while they might not be able to write a novel or compose a symphony, they can excel at specific tasks like recognizing images, translating languages, or even providing personalized recommendations.
Wait, so you're telling me my phone could potentially have an AI that's as good as a specialized expert? That's incredible. It really makes you wonder where this technology will be in just a few years.
Absolutely. This diversity in model size means we can have AI that's both incredibly powerful in the cloud and readily accessible in our pockets.
Right.
Now, let's look at how this translates to the real world.
Okay, let's talk practical applications. Where are businesses actually using AI right now?
The video highlights a 2024 Harris poll that looked at the most common use cases for AI in businesses.
Uh-huh.
And the top 4 are improving customer experience, IT operations and automation, virtual assistants, and cybersecurity.
Makes sense. Those are all areas ripe for AI disruption.
Exactly.
Okay.
And in 2025, we're likely to see these applications become even more sophisticated and integrated into our daily lives.
Uh,
Imagine customer service bots that can actually solve your problems instead of just transferring you to another department. Or AI proactively optimizing entire IT networks, making everything run smoother and more efficiently.
Now that's the kind of AI future I can get behind.
Ah.
No more battling with frustrating customer service bots. But hold on, let's not forget about the potential downsides.
Yeah.
We're talking about AI that's becoming increasingly powerful and ubiquitous.
You're right. It's important to consider those potential downsides. One that the video touches on is the expanding memory capacity of AI, which they refer to as near infinite memory. Remember the early days of generative AI when those models had a very limited context window?
Oh, I remember those days. You could barely hold a decent conversation with them before they forgot what you were talking about.
Well, things have changed dramatically. Those context windows have expanded from a measly few thousand tokens to hundreds of thousands, even millions.
So now they can remember practically everything.
Pretty much.
That's both impressive and a little creepy, isn't it? It makes you wonder about the implications for data privacy and security.
It certainly does. It raises questions about how this technology will be used and how we can ensure it doesn't infringe on our privacy or create unintended consequences.
Right.
These are definitely areas that need to be carefully considered as AI continues to evolve.
No doubt about it. It's like we're stepping into uncharted territory, and we need to be mindful of the potential pitfalls. But enough about the dark side for now. Let's get back to the exciting stuff. The video also highlights the growing importance of human-in-the-loop augmentation.
Yes, this is a fascinating area where we're seeing both challenges and opportunities. The video actually highlights a study where a chatbot outperformed physicians in diagnosing certain medical conditions.
Wait, a chatbot was better at diagnosing patients than actual doctors. That's both impressive and a little unsettling. I'm not sure I'd be comfortable with a chatbot being my doctor just yet.
That's understandable, and the findings get even more interesting. When doctors were given the option to use the chatbot as an aid, they actually performed worse than the chatbot alone.
Wow, that's a twist I wasn't expecting. So it's not just about having super smart AI, it's about figuring out how humans and AI can work together effectively.
Exactly. Right now, we're still figuring out how to integrate these powerful AI tools into our workflows. There are challenges with prompting the chatbot correctly, understanding its output, and knowing when to trust its recommendations. But I think this is where the real magic will happen in the coming years. Finding that sweet spot where human expertise and AI capabilities can complement each other.
It definitely feels like we're on the cusp of something big here. Okay, before we move on to the last trend, I want to take a moment to address you, our listeners. We've been diving deep into these AI trends, but we also want to hear from you. What are you seeing out there in the world of AI that has you excited, concerned, or just plain curious?
We're all on this journey together, and your insights are invaluable. It's like he's acknowledging that no single person has all the answers when it comes to AI.
Yeah.
The future of AI is being shaped by a global community of innovators, researchers, users.
It's like we're all part of this massive AI experiment and everyone's contributions matter.
Exactly, and that's what makes it so exciting. Who knows, maybe someone listening right now has an idea that could revolutionize the way we interact with AI.
Okay, so before we all run off to invent the next big AI breakthrough, let's take a step back. Recap what we've uncovered so far in this deep dive. We've explored AI agents and how they're becoming increasingly sophisticated, even though they still have some logic gaps to overcome. We've talked about AI taking its time to think before answering and the potential of both very large and very small AI models.
Right, and we've touched upon the practical applications of AI in areas like customer service, IT operations, and cybersecurity, as well as the expanding memory capacity of AI and the challenges of integrating AI into human workflows.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground. It's mind-blowing how fast this technology is advancing.
It is.
Just a few years ago, some of these concepts seemed like science fiction, but now they're becoming a reality.
And that rapid pace of innovation is exactly why it's so important to stay informed, stay engaged. You wouldn't ignore a major shift in the global economy or a groundbreaking scientific discovery, would you?
Definitely not. And AI is no different. It's shaping our world in profound ways, and we need to be active participants in this transformation, not just passive observers.
I couldn't agree more. As AI becomes more integrated into our lives, we need to ask ourselves some critical questions. The most crucial question might not be, what can AI do? But rather, what do we want AI to do?
That's a great point. It's not just about the technical capabilities, but about our own values, our aspirations as a society. How do we want AI to enhance our lives, solve our problems, contribute to a better future?
It's a big responsibility, and we need to approach it with both excitement and caution.
Absolutely. That's why we're doing this deep dive. We want to provide you with the knowledge and perspectives you need to navigate this rapidly evolving landscape. Be a part of the conversation. We want you to feel empowered to ask those tough questions, to challenge assumptions, and to contribute your own unique insights to this ongoing discussion about the future of AI.
Right.
Because ultimately, the future of AI isn't predetermined. It's being shaped by the choices we make today.
And those choices are not just being made in research labs or boardrooms. They're being made by everyday people like you who are interacting with AI, thinking critically about its implications, and sharing their perspectives.
So we encourage you to continue the conversation beyond this deep dive. Share your thoughts on the trends we've discussed, your hopes and concerns, and your vision for the future of AI. Because your voice matters. Your insights can help shape the direction of this incredibly powerful technology.
The creator of this video, he invited his viewers to share their predictions for the future of AI. We want to extend that invitation to you. What AI trends do you think will shape the world in 2025 and beyond? What potential breakthroughs are you excited about? And what challenges do you think we need to address?
We're genuinely curious to hear your thoughts. But before you head over to the comments section to share your AI predictions, let's take a moment to consider the bigger picture here.
What fascinates me about this whole conversation is how it highlights a fundamental shift in how we understand and engage with AI. It's no longer this mysterious black box controlled by a select few.
It's becoming increasingly accessible, democratized,
Yeah.
integrated into our everyday lives.
It's almost like AI is entering its open source phase, where collaboration and shared knowledge are driving its evolution.
And that's a really exciting prospect. It
Hmm.
means that the future of AI isn't something that's being dictated to us.
Right.
It's something that we're all actively shaping together.
And that's a powerful message to leave our listeners with. We're not just passive observers of this technological revolution, we're active participants. We have a voice and we have a choice in how this technology unfolds.
So as you go about your day, as you encounter AI in its various forms, we encourage you to keep this in mind. Ask yourself, what role do I want AI to play in my life? What are my hopes, my fears? And how can I contribute to ensuring that AI is used for good? These are big questions, and there are no easy answers. But that's precisely why it's so important to have these conversations, to engage with the complexities, to challenge assumptions, and to work together to create a future where AI empowers us, connects us, and helps us build a more just and sustainable world. It really is a fascinating time to be alive, you know? Like we're witnessing the birth of a technology that has the potential to totally reshape our world, ways we can't even imagine.
It's true. And just like any powerful tool, AI can be used for good or for ill. It all comes down to the choices we make, the values we decide to prioritize.
That's why it's so important to keep asking those questions, keep pushing the boundaries, and, keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
It's not just about the tech itself. It's about the future we want to build together.
Exactly. The future of AI. It isn't being decided for us.
Mhm.
It's being shaped right now through the collective efforts of, well, researchers, developers, policymakers, and everyday people like you and me.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI in 2025, I want to leave you with this thought.
Hmm.
You are not just a spectator in this whole technological revolution. You're a participant.
Your voice matters. Your choices matter. And the future of AI is ultimately in our hands.
So keep exploring, keep questioning, keep
Yes.
imagining, and never stop believing in the power of, well, human ingenuity to shape a better future.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.